You actually probably should pay attention to you. That's a great week.
Well, thank you.
12
a good week.
My goodness.
Last week, too.
Who have you picked?
The right people.
Yeah.
It's sometimes the universe sends vibes. And
I want to know who the 4 are.
I'll
Like,
take
that's
those
easier to get to.
Yeah. We should have seen the week before.
Okay.
It didn't go well. Everything kind of evens out. So let's look here at the rematch of Super Bowl 55. Over in London, Rachel and Greg have selected the Chiefs. Cynthia, how do you feel about this matchup of Super Bowl quarterbacks?
So you know how we always talk about we need to wait till the final injury report comes out? Well, we absolutely need to wait till the final injury report comes out in this one. I have a very, very tight game forecast here. Just a 1-point win for the Bucs, 24-23. Now, Chris Godwin appeared on the injury report today, so that could be a problem. But you know who isn't on the injury report? It's Leonard Fournette, and that's going to be a big help because Tom Brady has some interesting early season splits. He needs that slot guy. He needs the guys in the interior, in between the hashes, making sure that those kind of linebackers are taken care of. He doesn't have Gronk this season. Obviously, the receiving core has been a problem, but Leonard Fournette will help out in this one, and I think their opportunity to run on the Chiefs will be there. So Leonard Fournette, safety valve there this week.
Yeah, it just has to be. I see that playing. I also have a rock fight in this one, but I'm taking the Chiefs 20-17 in this one. And
Wait, we have a prime number.
Yeah, well, you know, Cynthia, I don't even know what prime number is.
A Prime Video number.
There it is.
No,
just Prime Video.
I'm still learning, guys. I'm so new.
Just
I'm
Prime
just happy
Video.
to be here.
Keep it there. Terry, we're happy to have you here too. Honestly, I'm looking at the backs and the tight ends, CEH, and also Travis Kelce. I see Travis Kelce having a bounce back in this one. If the Chiefs do score, I think it's going to be these guys. It's going to be a close game, low-scoring game, because the Buccaneers defense hasn't allowed more than 27 points all season. I don't see that happening in this game either, but Chiefs, because their offense is healthier right now, and the Buccaneers having a little bit of struggle fest. And I think, Sarah, you have a theory with regards to quarterbacks struggling.
I just feel like this game is going to be a dud because, honestly, I feel like quarterbacks go through a real depletion period when they're having babies, and Patrick Mahomes is having babies. Brady went through it when he was having babies, and now Brady's having grandchildren, I think.
But,
so, like,
doesn't Patrick already have a baby? His
and
little
he has
brother.
another one on the way.
Oh,
his little brother.
Thank you.
That's his, yes.
I'll be quiet for the rest of the show.
Tiny infant baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, his wife's pregnant. Yeah, think it.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just feel like it's going to be everyone's expecting it to be so fun. Well, what you're saying is like Fournette and like they're going to be relying on handing off to all these great players instead of slinging the rock themselves.
Yeah, Mahomes, I mean, last game, obviously not included, Mahomes looks very good this year. Mahomes has stepped up.
But what about his playing?
I don't care. I just like a high fade.
The ultimate takeaway, if you're expecting as a quarterback, expect things to, not just your personal life, but your ability to fall apart.
I think Brady's limited preseason is still affecting the team in general. I do. I'm sorry.
Don't take vacations.
Sorry, GOAT.
Tearing down on vacations right now. We'll leave this game. Looking forward to this rematch. It gets a little this guy or that guy, Cynthia, because it's a couple of guys that no stranger to throwing touchdowns. They both had 50 touchdown seasons. But let's put a huge number out there. 4 touchdowns in this game.
Together?
No. One quarterback in this game, either Brady or Mahomes, 4 touchdowns. Which one more likely?
Neither. Neither are going to throw 4 touchdowns. Look, 4 touchdowns is a ridiculous number. Maybe 4 together. I could go for that. Patrick Mahomes is a bit more likely to throw the touchdowns because if you look at what Todd Bowles does best, he really does a good job of limiting opposing runners. But let's be honest, 4 touchdowns that's too many.
Too many.
Too many for one. Together, they have 4. Together.
If it's just one with Smith-Schuster, I'll be happy because I got him on my fantasy
I think
team.
Smith-Schuster has he's been getting better and better each week. That's a great pick. But 4,
I switched him in.
That's only one. That's
Thank you,
3 more.
Yeah, I'll take 4. Trust me, I'll take 4 from that combo. I think Mahomes is going to have a strong game. I think because of the rematch of the Super Bowl, and listen, I'm a Rams fan. Read the sweatshirt. And you had your Jared Goff, Tom Brady Super Bowl that did not go very well for us. It was a pretty boring game. But that spite from that Super Bowl specifically drove the Rams to become world champions. If you hadn't heard, world champs 2021, 22, technically. So I think that the spite of Mahomes trying to prove all these quarterbacks respect Brady, right? You got to. And I think like the hunger for getting his respect, I think Mahomes is going to shine.
Taryn is going revenge all revenge 100%. It plays a role. And, Taryn isn't just making this up about being a Rams fan. We have photographic evidence. This is.
Yeah.
What is this just a general, like, a Monday night game? Like, what was the occasion?
This is Super Bowl. I did a poll. I did a Twitter poll. Should I paint my face for the Super Bowl? It was a yes. I think I made it from about noon that day till about 1:30 of pre-gaming, drinking, sweating, partying, dancing, and it very quickly became like Ziggy Stardust, like glam rock, just melted off my face. But yeah, that was me going all in for the Super Bowl, the most recent one, which was the happiest day of my life. And I have 2 children.
Yeah.
You can't have too many children because then you can't throw the football anymore.
Exactly.
Things just start going south. So you had to beat the 49ers to get to that game. So what do you see coming up in this one?
I am nervous. I am nervous, of course, because in the way that it's been proven that the Rams have the Cardinals number, San Fran certainly in the regular season has had the Rams number. I think the absence of Trent Williams will make all the difference. I do. I think Gaines, Floyd, Donald, that trifecta is so healthy and dominant right now, and now you got B-Wags behind them. I just, without Trent Williams there to protect Jimmy G, who's back, who's still, you know what I mean, still kind of not on firm ground. I feel very, very confident the Rams will win by more than 10 points.
Now you got me juiced up. Speaking of the number here, 49ers favored by 1.5. Over there in the UK, the National Football League of Nations, in Rachel and Greg, both taking the 49ers. I am actually going to disagree with them. I've got the Ramley in this one because I'm with Taryn. 20-19, not by a ton, but again, the absence of Trent Williams, but mainly the way Jimmy G is playing right now. And I think we've forgotten that Jimmy G is coming off of shoulder surgery. Yes. It feels like, oh, well, Trey goes down, we'll just put Jimmy G. This isn't standard issue Jimmy G. I think this is a Jimmy G that's recovering, and I think we saw that against the Broncos. Cynthia, what do you see?
You know what? We've been working together too long because I have almost exactly the same scores. You 22-21, Rams upsetting the 49ers. You talked about it. Trent Williams not being there is gigantic, not just literally because he's a large man, but also in every way possible. Remember, this is a team that relies on a lot of outside zone rushing. You know what you need for that? A really good tackle to make sure that
it helps.
You set the edge there. And if you want to pass, remember, Jimmy G didn't start the season playing with the number 1, so he has to establish that chemistry and get it going here, and it really is hard. There are dramatic on and off field splits between when Williams is there and when he's not. It's not great when you're really trying to reincorporate a quarterback that has not necessarily been practicing with all the number 1s.
I don't know if anybody heard about this, but Jimmy G stepped out of the end zone last game.
Yeah, but Jimmy G is still Jimmy G. Like, he's still good.
Yeah.
He's so underrated, and I love a player that bets on himself. Jimmy G bet on himself. Lamar Jackson has bet on himself.
Yes.
Calvin Ridley bet on himself. There's so many players out there that bet on themselves, and we should give them the credit they deserve.
I agree. I'll like Jimmy G again when he lands with whatever team he signs with next year for a whole lot of money.
Back here on Game Day, hype needed when these two teams go into a matchup. The Bills favored by 3. Game Day View diplomats, the Game Day View in, if you will. Rachel and Greg both have the Bills winning by 5. Cynthia, what do you see in this one?
Well, I have the Bills winning by 3 right now, but if I had to say if it was going to be more than 3 or less than 3, I think it would be more than 3. So when I look at what is going on between all of the injuries on both sides of this game, I think it's going to be pretty decently high scoring, 27-24. But I really want to focus on Stephon Diggs because I think that that's exactly who Josh Allen will be focusing on. If you look at the hitch route specifically, nobody's been better than Stephon Diggs since becoming a Bill at that hitch route, so proficient. And when you have injuries like, we haven't even seen Marcus Peters, like both secondaries are quite decimated. I think I have a lot more faith in this established connection between these two in this situation with other pieces missing to that Ravens defense. So I just think it's going to be a huge Diggs game.
I can see it being a huge Diggs game, especially considering even when Marcus Peters was back his first game off that torn ACL.
He's not right. Like,
he had to cover Tyreek Hill. That didn't work out. But
doesn't work out for many people covering Tyreek.
Yeah, it's not always easy. And I say the but because, as Cynthia mentioned, both of these teams are dealing with injuries. One team probably more experienced in dealing with those injuries. That's why I have the Ravens winning by a late touchdown, 27-21. I'm doing it again. I'm picking against the Bills, which has not worked out for me this season. But I see J.K. Dobbins coming back, getting a second opportunity to play, a second week in a row, changing something for this offense. They've struggled. They went and got 2014's best running backs in kind of a push to just find somebody viable a season ago. He had those 6 yards of carry, and I've just been waiting. I've been waiting. I think we're going to get more J.K. Dobbins, and we're finally going to get this Ravens run game to go with Lamar playing even past his MVP level. So good right now. And I think the rest of the offense is finally going to live up to it. Sarah, you're looking at me. You don't believe me.
No, I'm just sure that Stephon Diggs is going to have a huge game because I'm playing against him in fantasy. So of course he's going to have a good game. And I feel like we always talk about like injuries on all the teams, and I don't think what we talk about enough are the fans that like the injuries that Bills fans are sustaining before the game, after the game. You know what I mean? And like, they're constantly falling through tables and throwing each other off of things. And I'm like, your team's probably going to the Super Bowl. Don't you want to be alive to see it? Like, what is happening?
I think they would counter with, they're not alive unless they go through the table to see it.
It's like coffee.
Like,
don't
makes
talk
you
to me
feel
until I've gone
alive.
through my table.
right.
Don't talk to me until I've gone through my table.
I have to believe the Bills will win because the Bills are the Rams' only loss so far. So if they win, then it just is like, well, yeah, they lost to like the most strong team ever. I mean, we're talking about Jimmy G believing in himself. Like, who more than Lamar this year? Like,
Right.
extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like, extraordinary. I think, like you said, in the running for MVP, I'm rooting for him.
Yes.
I just can't root for any of the rest of the team, really. like I just think Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. On the other side, you got Von Miller. He's still got some of that Rams Super Bowl juice. Do you see a trend that I'm going to wedge in the Rams in literally every segment in this show?
You can, because it'll help, right? In the power, it's not college football. It doesn't actually help.
I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to manifest it.
Speaking it into existence, I think it works there. Because one time when you lose, right, you go against an opponent that beat you, the revenge factor kicks in, and who is better poised for a shot at revenge this week than one Doug Peterson returning to Philly for the first time as opposing head coach since his ouster from the Birds. Remember that last game? It featured him benching Jalen Hurts for Nate Sudfeld. Maybe double revenge here. Let's get to the drive to excellence presented by Mercedes-Benz. And Sarah, I'll let you go first here.
Oh, really?
How do you see this matchup?
Well, I'm just very excited for the Jaguars because I feel like they're having their she's all that moment, you know, where they're just like, everybody thought they were ugly for so long, and now they're like, oh, all of us, I took my glasses off. I'm hot now. Everybody
They're not wearing
loves me.
overalls anymore.
Oh, my God. What happened to you? Can you go to prom with me? So I'm very excited for the Jaguars. I hope they kick the crap out of the Eagles just because I want to see how Eagles fans react to a loss. Like, I just feel like the world is much more fun when Eagles fans are upset. Like, right now they've been so happy, so like no one's, booing Santa Claus.
I love that she's all that comparison because Trevor Lawrence literally could do the hair toss in slow-mo. I am begrudgingly happy for the Eagles doing well. I have 3 brothers who are Eagles fans, 1 by blood, 2 by marriage, all obsessive, so they're having a great year. And I'm going to say they're going to win for that reason and also because it'll make our head writer Bennett mad because he's a Jaguars fan.
Yes.
Head writer of NFL Pylon, only on Prime Video, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go Rams.
I think, right, looking at, well, first, I don't let me forget Rachel and Greg. It seems here
We will let you forget them.
They're not that generous because Eagles are getting 6.5. They like the Eagles to win, but they have the Jags covering. And I actually agree with them. I love the talent of the Jags pulling them through their tight matchups. It's fun, as Sarah said, for them to be legitimate, to have the hair flowing. It's like, oh my gosh, you can put clothes on. But I like the Philly run game here. And the Jags are first in run defense, but those come with games against the Chargers and the Commanders in there. I've got Miles Sanders having a solid game here. That's why I'm taking the Eagles in a close one, 27-25.
You guys are all, I guess this is where I show how little fun I am because I'm taking the Eagles, but big. I'm going with 29-21. That's what the model pops up. Why? Because when you look at this Eagles pass rush, it's incredible. And you look at what happens to Trevor Lawrence. He may have the great hair, he may have the great hair toss, but the difference between when he's under pressure and when he's not is currently the most dramatic in the league. So if they're able to rush the passer just as well as we've seen them do, it's going to be a problem. And it's nothing against Trevor Lawrence. Let's just give it another year. You know, it's not necessarily this year.
Yeah.
I think it's, you know, maybe this is our meme alert here, but, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's
alert.
As a Georgia Bulldog, I will say that Jordan Davis is now
He's
part
great.
of that. On
He's
the
great.
Eagles.
Let's talk the game. So the Vikings favored by 2.5. Rachel's taking the Vikings. Greg's going Saints, 23-20. I would join the esteemed Ambassador Rosenthal on this one, but the Saints are just too hurt for me. I'm not going to take a team flying to London, playing hurt. Jameis is doubtful, can't guard Mike, not practicing. I think he's been ruled out. And they've been in London for a while. And while they're my Super Bowl pick, I'm taken by the Vikings by a field goal, 23-21 Minnesota in this one, coming off that comeback win against the Lions, against Cynthia Freeland's Lions. Speaking
I
of
didn't pick
Cynthia,
them.
What?
I didn't pick them last week.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
Don't put that on me.
Mommy and Daddy are
Not
fighting.
not tied to the institution.
What happened? Is it us?
I'm picking the Vikings 23-19. You talked about those injuries, and that really solidified the score for me. It was closer when we thought maybe there was a chance that can't guard Mike would be there, and he's not, and Alvin Kamara is also banged up. So I do want to point out a good sleeper for fantasy purposes here, and that's Irv Smith. I think that the tight end will see a lot of opportunity here because as much as I'd like to say that it's going to be this huge Justin Jefferson game, Marshawn Lattimore is not going to let that happen. I think they're going to see a lot of coverage on him, and while Jefferson may have a touchdown, I just think that this is going to be an opportunity to take the tight end, maybe get those extra points. In fantasy, you can never figure out tight end, so this is one where Irv Smith seems to be like just right on the edge of being really great for your fantasy team. So maybe this is the week.
All right.
All right. First of all, I could never pick the Saints to win ever, but now that Andy Dalton's going to be there with his first team all hair, I'm like, at least I'll be watching it very intent. Look at him looking perfect. Look at him, like, I just woke up like this. Like, he always looks like he had a rump under the covers with like, just lovely people.
Yeah, he's the most handsome Braveheart character I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I also think he can't count out Taysom Hill. Sorry, guys.
Ugh, you sound
Sorry.
like their offensive coordinator.
I am.
You'd be better.
That's why they're struggling.
Pulls the face off. It's Pete
I would
Carmichael
have
the
won
whole
the
time.
games too if it wasn't for you kids and your stupid dog.
Can't wait to see what happens in that game. We're going to have more from Rachel coming up in just a bit. But now it's time for us to make a bunch of people mad at us. Maybe some of you. As we get a look at all of our sweeps, our meme alerts, we're all in on the Steelers as well as the Packers, the Philadelphia Eagles. And Sarah, I'm so sorry. We're all taking the Browns over the
Good.
Falcons. We
I
have a
like
chance to
to
do
be
some
counted
therapy
out.
here. How does this make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel very normal for like the last 3 years. Like no one's talking about us, rightfully so. Like I feel like when people are like, I don't believe we landed on the moon, and I feel like, oh, I'm gonna make fun of you. But then I'm like, why am I making fun of you? I believed in the Falcons for years, and I'm sorry for it.
And you
So
have the
I shouldn't-
reasonably priced beers to go with it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Priced beers of any stadium in the country. This is true.
That's right. You might not see a good game, but you'll get cheap alcohol.
Well, that's the thing. They have been good games. The Falcons have been in games. We'll see if they're winners here. And now that the fact that we've made them a meme alert, perhaps Cynthia, it's almost guaranteed.
I would
But,
feel better if Cordero were playing.
Yes.
We don't really know. He showed up on the injury report. He's like my favorite Falcon.
Yeah.
So I would be happier if you're playing.
Patterson's
It'd be
good though.
50% of the
Patterson's
offense.
strong. You know.
That's what she's just saying, right?
Oh, sorry.
That's
He
the same
said-
Cordero.
Sorry,
He's
Cordero
on-
Patterson.
He's on the injury report.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Oh,
I didn't
dear.
know that
Oh,
either.
dear.
I'm
Oh,
just
dear.
hearing about it.
Didn't practice all week, but we're going to practice respecting the Falcons, Sarah.
I like the
Thank
Falcons.
you guys for
We like the
spending time with
Falcons,
us.
but you picked the Browns because
I don't
they
pick
have
with
such
my
great
heart.
karma right now. They deserve to win.
On game day view, as we have an opportunity to go thumbs up, thumbs down on some of these. The Giants and the Bears, the over-under 39.5. What are we doing, Cynthia?
Under? I think this is a run-heavy situation. I think both of these teams are all about the run game. I think this is actually Saquon Barkley is the number one wide receiver running back for the week. And then I think on the other side, I think Khalil Herbert is also. So it's going to be a pace thing, which means fewer than that many points.
Well, pace, and I think you could expect that if you're going off of how the Bears have thrown the ball this season. I got a note on the Bears throwing the ball in this game coming up in the show, but I'm going up, baby. I'm going up because I think this Giants pass rush currently in the bottom 10 of the league. I can see the Bears having a little more explosiveness, and then there's the Saquon factor. I say Saquon breaks a couple, and we get more points than we expected. So I'm confident.
At 37 points.
Yeah, well, I've got way over. I think I got, like we're in the 40s in that game. I'm looking forward to it. So Commanders and the Cowboys. How do you feel about that one?
I think, what was the number, 41.5? I have more than that. I have 45.
Oh, more than our international correspondents.
45 points, 25-20, and I think the Cowboys win this one. I think that when I look to see what's going on with the Commanders' defense, there's lots of ways that they can be targeted, and I do also think that they'll have a lot of tricks. You saw the Commanders, they throw the ball all of the time, so if you look to see how that adds up, eventually you get more points than that, so 45 points is what I have.
I'm going under. The Commanders throwing the ball all the time isn't moving me the way I would like to, especially considering Carson Wentz's performance last week. And while Cooper Rush has operated well in the offense, it's not as well to justify some of the conversation about Cooper Rush that I've heard. So I'm going to go under in that game. Under, agreeing with Greg and Rachel as well. I love points. I'm a fan of points. I wish I could tell you guys we're going to have more points. Cynthia believes there's points, so be confident in that. Let's get some quick picks done. We've got Denver at Vegas, two offenses that have been kind of surprising. So Cynthia, surprising in bad directions. What are we doing here in this game?
You know, I think it's funny because I think it's about time we see the Russell Wilson that we're used to sort of emerge. You saw him actually run last week. It's a big deal. Running, turns out, is helpful. So I have a nice win for the Broncos in Las Vegas. I was surprised. Again, the Raiders, with my gut, I keep thinking Raiders are going to win this one. And then the math comes out and I'm like, wow, 23-22 Broncos win. Like, that's different.
Yeah.
So gut and... we're going to keep going with math. It worked last week.
Seeing Russ break away and have those big plays in the fourth quarter make me believe as well. Rachel going Lonetta.
Ooh.
The only person other than Drew Christensen who's producing this fine show that believes.
I think that's a pick with his heart.
Yeah.
Not his model.
Let's get to the Lions playing host to Geno and the Seahawks, and I am summoning the power of Geno Smith in this one in a 1-point win by the Seahawks, 21-20. Hawks win. Greg didn't pick the.
You get a dog noise for the Strayvon. Do it again.
There it is. Stray. It's crazy. You don't know what to trust. Is it me here? I'm not sure. Greg didn't pick the Seahawks, so Greg's Geno credibility on the way out, Cynthia.
No, he's doing the reverse jinx here. Can we just talk for a moment? Look at the logo with my name. It almost never happens. My team. I get to, usually it's like, oh, I get to be right either way. Like my heart gets to be right or my model. This week it's all the same. So Lions, please don't let me down. No, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a problem. I don't think DeAndre Swift will play. Okay, so Jamal Williams shifts in, and that's going to be great for him for your fantasy team. But please don't let me down.
See?
Please don't let me down.
Don't let
not the model.
Don't let
do it for the model.
toughness fool
Do
you.
it for the
Cynthia
model.
is invested in the Lions. The roar
the
restore.
model picks.
Let's get to the Tennessee Titans at the Colts. How do you see it?
I guess I'm alone here. Prime number.
Cynthia's a robot.
Or a modem, either one. A modem or I've got it's an interesting. I think we're starting to see this Colts team come together. I think this year with all of these key players moving and new quarterbacks like Matt Ryan here, we're going to start to see everything come together. This is why this pick happens. It's because we're starting to see, just like with Russell Wilson, these teams are starting to have enough plays and snaps together that they're actually starting to perform like we thought. And it also helps when Michael Pittman's healthy. Also a thing.
The biggest part of their passing game will go to the Chargers at Houston, and I'm going to keep my picks consistent here, strictly because this is a situation where you have a team on the road that is hurt. I'm going to say the same thing that I did for the Saints in London. It's tough. No Slater, no Allen. Give me Houston in this one. But that's it. And it is another Strayvon. I don't mind being alone on this one because the Chargers are hurt. I hope everybody gets healthy,
I hope they
especially
do too.
Herbo.
Yeah, 26-20 is what I have. And no Keenan Allen in this one for your fantasy notes.
Not a lot of points to come by in there. But let's go to Arizona visiting the Panthers. Cynthia,
Okay, so pull it up. Give me my little noise. Give me my little noise. I'm sure I'm alone. Oh, I'm not alone.
Not alone.
Wow, Greg, good job. Still get my noise because he's not here. I think that it's going to be interesting to see. Look, if Christian McCaffrey is not playing, then that could switch. But for right now, that's where we're at. 23-22.
All right. Looking forward to that. We're looking forward to all these games, but we are looking forward to some more than the other because we feel confident about them. And Cynthia's model feels confident about all of these. Packers over Patriots, Eagles over the Jags. The Bolts.
Don't even say the last one. Just leave it there because we already did my
Cynthia's
plea.
super confident in her Detroit Lions. But other than that, which one of these really jump out to you, Cynthia?
I mean, Green Bay, that's a huge win. Model doesn't usually pick by like 10 points is rare, but this one's because, look, the MVP from last year, back-to-back MVP, and unfortunately for the Patriots, they're without their starting quarterback. It's no slight to Brian Hoyer, but it makes a big difference not having Mac Jones out there. And Aaron Rodgers is starting to look more and more like Aaron Rodgers. I think we get a Christian Watson touchdown. He looks off the injury report, so that could be a fun one for your kind of just watch this, watch and see if that one happens.
Redemption for Christian Watson and Matt LaFleur shouting out Brian Hoyer's 2014 exploits earlier this week. That was spectacular.
Listen, I like Brian Hoyer. He went to Michigan State. I'm from I'm from East Lansing, so I'm all about liking him, but it makes it a lot harder. Mac Jones is a really special quarterback. He's good. He's
all
very
Sparty
good.
love, all Michigan love.
Sparty on.
Love for the glove here on Game Day View.
Vikings fans, Saints fans, welcome to beautiful London, England. I know a bunch of you guys are traveling for the international games, and since I've been here for a minute, I thought I'd scout a few places for you guys to hang. So we're in the Saints bar right now, and actually a bunch of their drinks are named after famous Jameis Winston quotes. So this one is actually called "Our Body is So Symmetrical."
Right, you got your wrists, your wrists on the bottom, your ankles, you got your shoulders on top, your shoulders, your hips, you know what I'm saying, your elbows, your knees, right, like so. But it's symmetrical, and you just gotta work
different parts. A little long if you ask me, but cheers. Oh God, that's strong. And Vikings fans, you have your own bar too, but the only thing is, you can only get in if you do a good gritty. Let's try this out. You know what else this bar has, Saints fans? W-shaped pretzels, okay? We never have to see this again. It's tasty and it's also sanitary.
Okay, have you ever seen Jameis do the eating the W video?
Yes, one time.
Okay, can you do this? Let's go! Vikings fans, you're already going to feel right at home because I taught the kind people of London your quarterback's favorite saying. You like that? Excuse me, miss. Can you say Kirk Cousins' favorite saying you like that? Please, miss, please. Excuse me, sir. Can you say you like that?
Do you like that?
No, you like that.
Do you like that?
I just need you to say you like that.
Do you like that?
We'll try another person. All right, I have a favor to ask you. Can you say you like that?
You like that.
You like that.
You like that.
Love it. I love that. So there you go. Once you land in London, you are going to be all set. I'm going to go get a drink.
There it is, Rachel, still working on the gritty, but the folks are going to be ready to say you like that.
I mean, I like it with a British accent even better.
It sends it maybe.
We need to send a clip of that to Kirk Cousins so he can, after the game, just say that.
Just affect that.
Because it'd be so perfect.
The gruff as well. We got some predictions. Do you have a quick prediction for the people?
Yeah, I think Garrett Wilson catches a touchdown pass from Zach Wilson. We get a good Wilson to Wilson first touchdown in Zach Wilson's return. Go Jets, take flight.
I love that. Wilson to Wilson. I will take one because Justin Fields hasn't completed 23 passes this year, 24 passes this year. I think that Justin Fields will throw the ball 25 times this week against the Giants pass rush that is thus far the worst pass rush.
So you're not saying he's completing it. At first I thought you were like kind of low-key, like shade. Now it's like, okay, he's going to throw it. He's going to attempt at least 45.
Yes.
Or 25.
At least 25. Actual attempts. I'm not saying dropbacks.
Got it.
I'm not going to take cheapies. Justin Fields will throw at least.
How many will he complete?
25 forward passes. Well, let's get it. You put me on the spot. 17.
Okay.
Let's
17
get it.
of 25.
A great Justin Fields game, and everybody in Chicago will feel a whole lot better, and things will be good.
Look, the people of Chicago they're fine. They're happier, right? They're going to be totally fine. this is a good one. I think Khalil Herbert.
We're fine too, but we miss Greg and Rachel.
We miss you
look forward
guys.
to you guys coming back. Thanks for
You like
watching
that.
Game Day
You
View.
like that.
For Cynthia, I'm Patrick, and for those two as well. We'll see you guys next week.